it's Ryan Cameron Uncensored. 2 Chainz, the voice in my head is God, is joining us. You know, when you talk to 2 Chainz, he always say, I got to come back when I got something to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are.
We good.
Hey, man, I'm glad to be interview number 57. I feel like steak sauce, like Heinz.
Well, you know, it's black people. We'll play that number. We'll figure out a way to make that number.
Make that work.
Mm-hmm. We're going to play that number.
How is this different from a musical tour promoting an album?
Hold on.
Oh, we ain't got nothing. You got his mic in?
Yeah, it just keeps coming out. So.
Okay. Well, you got my question, right?
Yes. Talking out 2 Chainz?
Yo.
Okay.
So you just pick up with that question?
Yeah, ask me again. I'm
All right, cool.
fading in and out right now.
Shout out to Ron Hurt. You heard? What is the difference between this for music and your book as far as the touring and promoting?
Oh, the touring and promoting aspect. I think with the book, with music, people get so many different things from music because it's a producer, it's the cover, it's so many things. With you talk about music and go on tour, but when you do a book tour and talk about things, we're really just talking about what's in the book,
Right.
And you know, my book being about intuition and getting guidance from a divine voice that's inside of you. Essentially, it's just like me saying the same thing, but just, you know, maybe saying it in a different way. And then, you know, I'm also, the crazy part is I'm learning about myself doing the book tour, like, because I'm getting like these references from what people really like, what they got from, what they read from it, and I'm just, you know, this book is my third therapist. Music was my first, and then I did a short film called Red Clay, that was my second. So this is my third therapist, and I'm doing pretty good for myself. I think I'm healing.
I mean, it's one part where you say, you know, when life is lifing in one passage of the book. And is this like a spiritual journey for people who may not necessarily know 2 Chainz as being spiritual?
Well, the book is not so much religious as it is me talking about God through my personal experiences and through my journey. The voice in my head is God. The title, The Voice, is me talking about my intuition, is talking about my conscience and my alignment.
Right.
The God aspect of it is me merely giving credit to a higher power bigger than myself and my ego, and I believe in God. So that's where that came from. It doesn't have like so much to say about scriptures as it has like these moments where I reflect on how God had to be in the room, I had to be around, you know what I mean, for me to get out of it. And it's just me showing the part of 2 Chainz that people don't see. A lot of people see the image, you know what I'm saying, see me, you know, fly obviously, but they don't really see the intention.
Right.
A lot of people see the, you know, I'm always, you know, I might see the flamboyant, you know, side of me, but I do have a foundation, and so this book really speaks on that foundation. This book is based off experience. It's not a book you can write at like a 21 year or 22. I had to go in and come out the other side to really know what intuition means to me.
Yeah.
And it's my personal like navigational tool. It's like what leads me to make my everyday decisions, you know, business, life, love, relationships, and everything. So I'm just trying to encourage somebody. I'm here to inspire you, you know what I mean? My book is opinion based. And when I wrote this book, it wasn't like a chat GPT.
Right.
Like I feel like when you read this book, you know it's in my words. If it was a chat,
Yeah, I felt like it was in you.
yeah, I would have like, I thought about that when it came. I'm like, damn, I could have probably like expounded a little bit more if I had put this in the chat.
Yeah.
You know, that thing make you feel like you're a
Yeah,
valedictorian. Oh, I would have just went. But this book, man, I think this will be one of the last few books that you can read really from like a person just coming from them,
Right.
and not AI.
We got more with 2 Chainz. We'll come back. It's magic. The voice in my head is God. You know, the thing about, and I was telling you about your interviews, the thing that I think I'm seeing in the comments, wherever you go, a lot of people say, man, 2 Chainz is he's the realest person out there right now, man. I going back to this Cam interview when he was talking about going to the discount mall and how he was making this whole little thing about it. He was like, hey man, Now I ain't never bought no fake stuff. I was always player from the beginning. Is that kind of like what you get with I was about to call you your other name with 2 Chainz? Is that your authentic self? Like you've always been that guy, but even when I would see you come to the studio and Luda would be up front, you always had this aura and this persona as if, hey man, I'm not really pressed about any of this.
Yeah, I'm not a background dancer. So I'm really like, I'm one of the ones. And so that's been my confidence. Confidence is a superpower. And
Yeah.
I've had it for a long time. And I don't let it be wavered, you know. And with Cam, that's my friend. We have, our sons are best friends. And so, you know, he grew up, we grew up to be successful from the South Side, but we grew up very much different.
Right.
We had success. And I can't say that my way was right or wrong or his way was right or wrong. I know his father's like still around. And I just, you know, I think our whole premise is that fathers need to be around.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's
For
what
sure.
we really be pitching. So,
Yeah.
you know, we have these little stories reminiscing about, you know, the discount mall days and all that. But for me, I was having motion, you know what I'm saying? When I was younger with the hustling, and even when you used to see me around then, Ryan, I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I didn't stop hustling till after Duffel Bag Boys was out, before I went cold turkey as far as
Yeah.
I need to. And that was after I got back on tour from Wayne. After really like seeing and mirroring him and seeing how you move to be a superstar, I knew I couldn't do both, you know. So that's what made me stop hustling. But I would be around people back when it wasn't cool to like tell everybody your business.
Right.
And Luda, they didn't know what I was doing for the most part.
So I want to go back. You was talking about, you know, you Cam's dad and all that, and reading some of the memoirs. I know that you had a somewhat a difficult time seeing your dad in a situation where they had to handcuff him to the bed. And you're just like, don't do that, but you was flip flopping, going back and forth on it. You know, like explain like how that part in the book took you to a whole different, I guess, mental state.
Well, my father was incarcerated quite a bit of my life, and so with him being incarcerated, I automatically assumed that he wouldn't want to be caged up or handcuffed again. So when he was put on this machine that was like a breathing tube down your throat, it's natural for someone to try to take this breathing tube out of your throat. It's a natural reflex. But the nurses telling me if you pull it out, you can die. So then they have to handcuff you to the bed. But, you know, I feel like eyes can talk. Like this is like a type of communication. And when I looked at his eyes, I can hear him telling me to take these cuffs off me. Like, I didn't hear him, but I just looked, he was looking at me.
Right.
So I would take them off, and then he'll try to snatch it out of his mouth again. And I said, put it back on. I mean, I almost did that for, hours on, So it was very hard to relive that because I didn't know I didn't know if I was doing the right thing. I was just dealing with that part. So.
We got more with 2 Chainz when we come back. It's Magic. It is Ryan Cameron Uncensored. Magic 107.5, 97.5, the real sound of Atlanta. 2 Chainz, not only is he a businessman, he also is very instrumental in an adult entertainment establishment.
Let's go, Ryan.
Candyland.
Come on, Ryan. No one has talked about my business. Like, man, come on, Ryan. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one, man.
Now, is it true that y'all was going to do a partnership with Toys R Us? Because after the Magic City, why you laughing? After the Magic City cancellation with the Hawks, what do you think about all of that? Because I know you invested in a lot of different things, but you also own an adult entertainment establishment. Do you think it was because people didn't know what to expect? Because I heard everything from they thought that the dance was going to come out there with the Hawks dance team, it was going to be posed and
just ridiculous.
Just ridiculous
Just
ideas.
ridiculous. Like, it's
Your
zero
thoughts?
common sense. It's
Yes.
zero common sense. I do understand, I do understand the stakeholders or people, but I'm here to say that right now we on, what's the name of this station?
This is Magic 107.5.
Okay, this is Magic 107.5. I don't feel like it has nothing to do with Magic City at all. Especially if I was a kid.
Right.
So what I'm trying to say, if a kid sees something about, okay, I went to school in Alabama, they have the Magic City Classic.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know what it, but I don't think it means anything derogatory. So I said it to say that I get people's concerns and worries, but you had to know that the concept was that, one, we were playing the Orlando Magic. One, we were playing a team called the Magic.
The Magic.
Okay.
Very much a play on words.
Play on words, play on the city.
Right.
I can get, I get what they're saying, like Magic City, but I think you can call Atlanta Magic City sometimes. Like,
For sure.
it just really is a magical place. And, you know, ultimately it was canceled, but, you know, for me, when people were saying, you know, it's going to be kids there, you know, no disrespect, but I've been to many nights in that place. And it's been different nights in that place.
Yeah.
That they celebrate different things in that place. And it's kids in that place. And no one worries about the kids.
Yeah.
And so I do know that they were going to have a hoodie, and T.I. has like a #1 song and he's performing. So it was more like, and I think it was some wings. So those were like the concepts. But I knew like it wasn't anything where the dancers had a section or they showed any clips or gave Magic an award at
They didn't show the trailer for the documentary. They were
none
planning to do.
None of that. It was just merely saying, and it just lets you know how powerful words are.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it lets you know how words really like can move or irritate someone. And the words Magic City Monday and associated with the Hawks, it just flipped. I mean, Adam Silver had to come out. Like, no, you can't do this. And I'm interested. It's a game tonight, so I'll be in the owner's lounge, like, you know. Damn, what the hell was that?
That was probably one of the owners texting you.
Yeah, but I can't wait to be in and really just like ask them what you know what was said.
What transpired? What was the final straw?
Like, because first of all, I want to know where it came from and just be like, okay, because it seems like that would have been an idea I came up with.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
You regret that?
Yeah. But see, this is what happened, right? There's two ways to look at it. You look at it like, man, Magic City, you know, we look at it like, that's good promo for Magic City.
Right.
But it's kind of like messed up at the same time as far as when I think about it as a businessman. Because you're portraying this stuff like I'm doing something illegal.
Right.
Like I'm not within the right constraints.
Magic City been there 40 years.
40 years. And once you see the doc, you get you already have respect for Magic and how he moves. But
Right.
like knowing that I think he went like Duke University or something,
Yeah.
like played football, like the level of intelligence, and then, you know, what made him do, you know, this whole business acumen that he had. It's like, you know, and I get it, like, I get it. I get the perception, you know, I get all of that. I get it, man, I get it. But, you know, we're Atlanta, we're just a unique place, and we're very different.
You know what Magic told me? He said, man, it's Magic City dancers at every game. You just don't know it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they don't have like I'm a dancer or a
Right.
shirt on or anything.
Right.
And by the way, we see people every day we don't know what they do.
Exactly.
You know? And so you'll have to be told. So I think the concern about it being kids there was a little exaggerated because I don't think like kids would know. Like even now, if I said like Candyland, it's like a kid wouldn't. I don't think would know it's attached to a club,
Right.
Because it has the word candy in it. So I don't know. I don't want any problems. I could be wrong, but I'm just don't believe it was that.
If you were a commissioner, would you have canceled it?
If I had to, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it seems like they had to. It seems like it was too much.
Was it a business
Or
decision
this-
to protect the shield?
I saw something saying that they were giving the Hawks like something about, you know, that little bar in behind the goal, the little bar.
Yeah, I saw that.
I heard that when they originally was talking about doing that bar, that it was like they weren't pleased with it. But I saw a post that Isaac Hayes III,
Uh-huh.
he always breaks stuff down, so he just breaks it down and makes you think about it, how they like. He was saying something about them selling alcohol, which is
And
this,
gambling.
and gambling, having partnerships with gambling. Then he said something about, this is something I wouldn't know, but I guess the dancers, how much they actually get paid, the dancers that work for.
Yeah. Very, very little.
Yeah, very little. So I think through this, I really realized that we all can't just agree on one thing anyway. Like this is really how life is. There's no way to agree on, all of us to agree on one thing. So
We got more with 2 Chainz. We're going to talk more about the book 2 Chainz, The Voice in My Head is God. It's magic.
imagine there's dancers on here.
It is Ryan Cameron Uncensored. Magic 107.5, 97.5, The Real Sound of Atlanta. 2 Chainz, The Voice in My Head is God. Is it on its way to? I've been here. You celebrated. You had a drink. You don't drink. You went to Candyland and had a drink. What?
Last night?
Yeah. What made you do that?
Then you know, because it's me, they pull me a big old cup.
Oh, the ball's here. Make sure you're straight.
No,
3 shots.
Girl, you trying to get me drunk. I just wanted to take some time to celebrate. I've been working very hard on this project before it came out. After it came out, I've been, different states, different cities, different platforms. Sometimes telling the same stories, sometimes telling different stories. So I just wanted to go out to one of my businesses and celebrate it. And I went to Candyland and I went to Magic City last night. I went to both of them. And just got out to get some fresh air. I don't do that a lot. And then I went back to work, went back to the studio, but I just kind of like stepped out for maybe an hour, maybe not even an hour and a half, maybe not even that long. Just wanted to get out.
Oh, when was a moment that you can remember that your subconscious was so loud and you knew it was God talking to you?
Probably it happens a lot of times, but I know I woke up one day wanting to be an independent artist. I wanted to get out of the situation. I wanted to be, thinking I built enough relationships, thinking I got enough information to really start, taking it to the next level. And that's what I did. It wasn't like a crescendo thing where I was like threatening to like leave my situation. I really just woke up one day and I was like, I really just woke up and just made a call. Like, man, I think I want to just be independent. We kind of went from there, trying to figure it out. But
is that where you came up with the name Titty Boy, or was it?
No, Titty Boy came. Yeah, that's like a family thing that I got from like me and my mom were very close. And, they used to just say I was a titty baby, from being under her so much. Like it's kind of like an only child thing. But that was before the 2 Chainz thing.
Right.
2 Chainz was definitely God-given. I don't know how it just fell in my lap. I don't know, I did a rap, said Titty 2 Chainz or something like this. And I'm like, ooh, I can take the titty off. What if I took the titty off?
What was it like trying to rebrand from that to 2 Chainz? Like, people are still probably calling you.
It was the best thing. It's crazy that I'm promoting my book because some people really do judge the book by its cover, and I can tell you that because when my name was Titty Boy, they wouldn't give me a chance. Literally, some people didn't even look at me. I can tell you that now because when I became 2 Chainz, they were like, "Oh, wow, I didn't know you was," and I had met them before and all of this stuff. So, I got a chapter in my book called "Rebranding" by Rebranding. So I'm serious about like treating myself like a brand, treating 2 Chainz like a business, and every 3 to 5 years is something. I'm changing, I'm tweaking something.
We got more with 2 Chainz when we come back. It's magic. It is Ryan Cameron Uncensored talking to 2 Chainz about his new book, The Voice in My Head is God. And you talked about it a minute ago. You was talking about, when you first came out with the true, and everybody was expecting you to have a true religion endorsement. I think you talked about the Goyard bandanas, and people was looking for that. Then now somebody told me to ask you about your Bond Sutton Place references, as far as fragrances go. When you come up with these things, do they eventually, because you're such a great businessman, do they eventually turn into partnerships, and do they approach you, or do you approach them? They say, man, he's been saying this, he's been talking about it, let's do something. How's that work?
I tried to approach Bond because I had this concept. Because Bond derived like after the 9/11 tower, so it has all these New York name bleacher. It just has
Soho was one of my favorites.
Soho, Wall Street. It has all these names associated with New York. So I wanted to do a Peachtree, Peachtree Street, whatever. Like
23 Peachtrees in Atlanta.
Yeah, so I had this idea. Most of Bond is unisex, and then you can mix it with each other. It's just so. They just gave me a free bottle. That's about it. That's a good idea. Here go a bottle.
But your son has his own fragrance, though.
Yeah, so that's what I'm starting to do. I have to do my own thing. And I started, he was the case study. Halo, we ordered 1,000 bottles. We might have 40 bottles left.
Okay.
Maybe. Like the boy done sold 1,000 bottles of cologne. But that was cool, like sourcing it, and then letting him pick the the fragrance, you know, and letting them, you know, so just teach them a little bit of entrepreneurship without like making it like preaching and all of that is cool too. But yeah, you know, sometimes you got to do stuff on your own. But I do have aspirations on
Doing fragrance.
mm-hmm.
I think I asked you at the King Center celebration
For real.
about y'all's relationship, and I asked you, was it when you look at Halo, is it like you looking in the mirror? Because his confidence in that room full of people, of total strangers, was on 10. And I was like, when you watch him and even the interaction from y'all's podcast, but some of the things he says, do you sometimes go, man, that's me, but it's like in another form?
I don't know, I'm just so, when I look at it sometimes I be like, yes, thank God, like I'm so happy he's my son. Like I know other people would want a son like this. Man,
Yeah.
he's so cool, man. How you so cool, bro? How you so cool? How you so knowledgeable? You calling me, I'm doing an interview, like, you know, I'm like, you know, I like the 49ers, so he's like, hey, Dad, oh, them boys, they just got Mike Evans. You know, he just calling me out the blue, like, while I'm doing the interview, just want to let you know, boy, that boys just got, then he called me back, like, hey, you know, the Falcons just got 2. You know, it's just like, this is my, he's 10. It's just like,
Yeah.
man, we're going to go to the game tonight and hang out, but like, even there, at the game, I'm talking to the owners in the back, he just walked out. Last game, he walked out. And then I ended up going to the seat, and I'm like, bro, you just gonna leave me? Like, yeah, man. He saw one of the players from his AU team. He said he walked over behind the Hawks bench. I said, you walked over there by yourself? He's like, yeah, who gonna stop me? I'm like, he got it. He got it. That's that it. That's
You
that
get it
it.
honest, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got more 2 Chainz. When we come back, it's Magic. It is Magic 107.5, 97.5, the real sound of Atlanta. 2 Chainz, the voice in my head is God. After this goes to the New York Times bestsellers list, is it possible that this could become a screenplay, a script? Because I know one thing about you, man, you always be thinking 10 years ahead.
Absolutely. I'm thinking you saw my interview I did yesterday.
I don't watch people's interviews. I just do it naturally. You know
So
me.
you just out the blues. You just asked me what I was
Come on, I promise you, all my kids. I would never do that.
Boy, you got me. Well, you don't know me too long. But that's right. I have aspirations. And normally when I have aspirations, I make them come to fruition. But I want to do a Broadway type play here in Atlanta.
Okay.
At the Fox.
Yeah.
The name of the play is called Something Told Me. I want Terrence Howard to play my pops. And yeah, just say it out loud a couple times. It'll come. And I want us to put some nice clothes on.
Yeah.
And so we're going to all dress up. I'm telling y'all now, and then we got to record it, but we're going to dress up and we're going to go to the Fox and we're going to watch a play, y'all. I know it sounds different coming from trapper from Atlanta. But
I don't know what you are. You are a serial entrepreneur,
That's what I'm
though.
about
So I'm
to
not
do.
surprised at all about this.
Man, look,
And you
Tyler
can't.
Perry, here I
There's no
come.
better place to see a play than at the Fox.
Oh man, I already know the first.
You got the first act.
I got high. It's gonna come on.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's what I want to do for this. Like, you know. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Terrence Howard plays you.
Plays my dad.
Plays your dad.
And my dad was like this little light skinned dude that talked funny. So
Yeah.
he could do it.
Okay.
Who plays you?
I don't know. Yes, because in this particular scene I'm thinking about, I was a kid, so it had to be a kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is your growing up.
Yeah, this is a more kid part.
Okay.
But it's like you absorb so many things as a kid, and you normalize so much stuff to where like you don't realize this is not happening in other households until you like almost a full grown adult. So I'm thinking a lot of stuff that I'm seeing and around. I think everybody, parents does this, doing this stuff. And
So
got
go.
the little shoebox top with when they rolling
Right.
weed and
Yeah.
playing cards and listening to the clock radio stay on forever. It never goes off. I'm thinking everybody living like this. And, yeah, I'm feeling like, nah, we don't do drugs over here.
We don't do drugs over here.
You know, they try to trick you at school. They ask you like, is anything going on in school? I'm like, why are they asking me this? You know, so yeah.